The Arctic region, traditionally seen as a remote and inaccessible part of the world, is now emerging as a critical area for international trade. Once covered by thick ice, the Arctic is gradually becoming a viable route for shipping, thanks to the warming of the region, which is happening at a rate 4 times faster than the global average. This transformation, combined with Russia's strategic investment in Arctic infrastructure, is setting the stage for a new economic powerhouse, the Arctic Silk Road. The Arctic. A brief history. For centuries, the Arctic Ocean has been a formidable barrier to those seeking to navigate through it. This vast expanse of ice-covered ocean, 1.5 times the size of the United States, made it nearly impossible to create sea routes through the region. During the 1500s, when European explorers sought a quicker route to Asia, the only available path was around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. As time passed, numerous expeditions tried to find a shortcut through the Arctic, but their efforts were repeatedly thwarted by the ice. The breakthrough came in 1878 when a Scandinavian ship led by explorer Adolf Erik Nordenskjöld became the first to successfully circumnavigate Eurasia via the Northeast Passage. The journey was not without difficulty. The ship spent 11 months trapped in ice, only days away from the Bering Strait. Despite these challenges, Nordenskjöld's expedition proved that a navigable route through the Arctic was possible, albeit only for a select few. A changing Arctic. In the 140-plus years since Nordenskjöld's historic voyage, the region has undergone dramatic changes. Today, international shipping is the backbone of the global economy, and the Suez Canal, which opened in 1869, facilitates the transportation of goods between Europe and Asia. However, the Arctic is now seen as an alternative that could not only match but potentially surpass the Suez Canal in terms of efficiency and cost-effectiveness. The key factor driving this transformation is climate change. With the Arctic warming at an unprecedented rate, ice sheets are thinning, and the overall extent of sea ice is shrinking. In fact, some experts predict that the Arctic could experience its first ice-free summer as early as the 2040s. For the shipping industry, this is an exciting opportunity. The Northern Sea Route, formerly the Northeast Passage, offers a much shorter path between Europe and Asia than the traditional Suez Canal route. The Northern Sea Route, a new trade corridor. The Northern Sea Route, which hugs Russia's coastline, has the potential to revolutionize international trade. Compared to the Suez Canal, a ship traveling from China to Western Europe via the Arctic can save up to 2 weeks of travel time and thousands of miles of fuel. This is a significant reduction in both time and cost, and with the growing political instability in the Middle East, a reliable Arctic route is quickly becoming an attractive option. For Russia, controlling this route would provide immense geopolitical influence. The country is already well positioned to take advantage of the thawing Arctic. With the Northern Sea Route passing through its waters, Russia has committed to an ambitious plan to develop its Arctic infrastructure. Russia's Arctic megaprojects. In 2020, the Russian government approved an initiative worth over $300 billion to develop Arctic infrastructure. This extensive program includes ports, power plants, pipelines, airports, and even entire towns. While the project may seem like an overkill for servicing ships passing through the Arctic, there is more at play than just trade routes. The melting ice is also revealing vast untapped natural resources buried beneath the ocean floor. The Arctic is believed to hold around $35 trillion worth of oil and gas. These resources have the potential to secure Russia's position as a global energy powerhouse, giving it a significant say in international energy markets. The Arctic Silk Road. The potential economic impact of the Arctic Silk Road cannot be overstated. The combination of resource wealth and access to new trade routes makes Russia a dominant player in the global economy. The route, often referred to as the Arctic Silk Road, could become a new hub for international trade and commerce. This would mirror the ancient Silk Road, which historically connected China with the West and facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas across continents. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev recognized the strategic importance of the Arctic, declaring it a national priority in 2008. Medvedev's vision was to transform the Arctic into Russia's resource base for the 21st century, and the country has made significant strides toward this goal. Key projects in Russia's Arctic Plan: VTO Oil Project. One of the most ambitious projects is the $150 billion VTO Oil Initiative in Tamar. This project is expected to become the largest single undertaking in the global oil industry, producing an estimated 2 million barrels of oil per day by 2030. The VTO Oil Project is vital to Russia's economic future, as it is expected to contribute 2% to the nation's GDP. The oil will be transported via a new terminal in Yena Bay, from where it will be shipped to markets in Asia and Europe via the Arctic Sea Route. Building such a project in the harsh conditions of the Arctic is a monumental task. With temperatures often dipping below -30 degrees Celsius and fierce winds blowing year-round, constructing the necessary infrastructure is an immense challenge. To support the VTO project, 2 airports, a power plant, and 15 villages are being built. Despite its importance, the VTO Oil Project has faced delays. The challenging conditions and the departure of 2 major investment partners following Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022 have slowed progress. The project was originally scheduled to begin shipping oil in 2024, but given the current state of construction, this timeline seems unlikely. Yamal Liquefied Natural Gas Project. In contrast, the Yamal Liquefied Natural Gas Project has been a resounding success. This $27 billion extraction and processing initiative, which began operations in 2017, has already shipped over $4 billion worth of liquefied natural gas to Europe. Yamal Liquefied Natural Gas is Russia's most productive liquefied natural gas facility and plays a crucial role in financing other Arctic development projects. Building it on the frozen ground of the Arctic posed challenges, but innovative solutions, such as using thermally stabilized piles, ensure that the facility's foundation remains stable in the permafrost. Arctic Liquefied Natural Gas 2 Project. The Arctic Liquefied Natural Gas 2 Project, which is being built 60 kilometers away from Yamal Liquefied Natural Gas, is set to be even larger. With a cost of $21 billion, it is designed to be a more advanced liquefied natural gas development, featuring gravity-based platforms that sit on the ocean floor and are held in place by their immense weight. The project has faced difficulties, including international sanctions and supply chain disruptions, but it is still moving forward. Nuclear-powered icebreakers, the key to Arctic trade. One of the most remarkable aspects of Russia's Arctic strategy is the development of a fleet of nuclear-powered icebreakers. These ships are essential for clearing a path through the ice and ensuring that the northern sea route remains navigable year-round. Russia currently operates 7 nuclear-powered icebreakers, with 4 more under construction. These ships are capable of operating in temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius and can break through up to 3 meters of ice. The icebreaker's ability to run 24/7 for up to 7 years without needing refueling makes them ideal for Arctic operations. No other country has ships of this caliber, and they are key to ensuring that Russia remains the dominant power in Arctic trade. The future of the Arctic Silk Road. As Russia continues to develop its Arctic infrastructure, the region is expected to become a significant player in global trade. The Arctic Silk Road is poised to offer a shorter, faster, and more cost-effective alternative to existing shipping routes. And with the ongoing investment in oil and gas projects, Russia is setting itself up to dominate the energy market for decades to come. However, Russia's plans are not without challenges. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has strained international relations and led many foreign investors to pull out of Russian projects. Despite this, China has stepped in to fill the gap, seeing the Arctic as a critical component of its Belt and Road Initiative. By investing in Russian infrastructure, China is positioning itself to benefit from the Arctic Silk Road as well. That's all for today's video. If you found this deep dive into the Arctic Silk Road fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible insights into the world of mega projects, geopolitics, and global trade. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest developments.